and then we will start the session. Yes. Is my voice low? Tell me, guys, if my voice is low. Like, okay. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 how good my voice is. Okay. So I'll change my mic and then let me know which is better. Okay.
Yes. Is this better? Now tell me on a scale of 1 to 5, please. Super. Amazing, amazing. Yes, we are just 1 minute away. We will start this. Yes. Yes, Sakshi, if you missed the last class, the recording is there on YouTube. And we have also sent an email to everyone uh, who has registered for the program. Yes. And if there are any questions that you guys have about product management, about your career, how you should go ahead, how to learn, what to learn, when to learn, this Wednesday from 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., we are going to conduct a session where I'll only be taking the question and answers that you guys have. Okay. So with that being said, let us go ahead and formally start the first session, the second session. Sorry. Cool. Also, everyone, if you are not able to attend the session yesterday, it's okay. I am sure you will be able to understand what I'm trying to teach you today. Okay. Although there is a connection between the first class and the second class, but even if you join the second class directly, there is no issue. Okay. Just make sure that after this class is done, you are able to revise the first class. Don't miss this class just because you have missed one class already. Okay. Cool. With now, yes. With now everything said and done, yesterday we have given you an activity. Yesterday we have given you an activity that we want you to participate actively in this program. We want you to share your notes about the program on LinkedIn. I understand some of the people were there who were not able to do it. Okay. So at the end of the session today, I'm again going to give you another chance. So by tomorrow, you need to not only share the notes of today's session, but also if you have missed, you have to also share the notes of yesterday's session. Okay. So there is one more chance that I'm giving you. You can share the notes of both the sessions by tomorrow in order to claim your certificate and a bonus session on AI for product managers. Okay. A quick yes or no if everyone was able to understand this. If yesterday you are not able to get the Google form, today you will get it. And if people are not able to understand, like if people have not joined yesterday's session, please go through the recording that is uploaded on YouTube. Okay. Yes. No confirmation, just you have submitted. It will give you that you have submitted it, and it will give you a prompt that you have submitted it, and we would have received it. Okay. Good. You can create one post. That's okay. We just want you to learn, guys. Understand the purpose is to make sure that you guys are able to learn. Right. Now let me go ahead and start the formal session. Yes. A quick go ahead in the chat. A quick go ahead in the chat if you guys are ready to start the session today. Wonderful. Great. So I'll stop the chat for some time so that you guys are not distracting each other. So everyone, today's topic is about problem solving and showcasing your skills as a product manager. Last night we have talked about product sense, how to develop product sense. I have given you multiple case studies. But just mentioning in your resume that you have product sense does not mean anything. You can write anything in your resume and people don't have to believe it unless you have the formal experience. Because whenever you are looking to apply as a product manager, people want to trust that you can do the job because it's a high responsibility job. Okay, that is the agenda of today. So, how you can showcase to the world that you are a product manager and you can do product management. Okay, so this is the base of today's session. Okay, you are someone who want to become a product manager or want to become a senior product manager at a company, and you ask the individual asks you, why do you want to become a PM? And you tell them that you are passionate, you have product sense, but they are doubting your usefulness. They don't know whether you will be able to deliver your responsibilities correctly or not. Okay, so this is the agenda for today's session. We are going to solve this problem today. How do you make other people trust that you know product management? And before that, how do you make yourself trust that you know product management or product sense? Yes. So today we are going to discuss about problem solving. And in the next session, we are going to talk about interview preparation, and then there is going to be a case competition. Okay. Yes. This is agenda for today's session. If you do the session well, you should be able to answer these four questions. Question number one is, what are the different ways to showcase your product sense? You will be able to understand what are cases, how to do research, how to create side projects, and how to showcase your past work as a product manager. These all are example of proof of work or proof of skills. Then you will be able to put everything in a portfolio. So we will also tell you today how to build your product portfolio. And then eventually in the end, we are going to talk about ways to get your portfolio in front of people. Once you've created a portfolio, how do you let the serendipity play its game? By putting your portfolio in front of many people. How do you promote your portfolio? And the purpose is to make sure that not only you are able to showcase to other people that you know product management, but internally also you are convinced that you know product management. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to learn today. Everyone, tell me in the chat which one is most important for you. Tell me in the chat which one looks most important for you. One, two, three, or four. When I ask you for a rating from 1 to 5, please don't tell me 3. And when I ask you for a specific answer, please don't tell me 4. All. Great. Yes. Now, quick revision. Yesterday, we have talked about the product sense stack, which means that if you want to create a successful product, you need to start from user empathy and market awareness. This is level one skill. You need to be aware that who are the people who actually need this product, who are actually facing a problem. So first, you will start with figuring out the problem or the desires of the users, right? The second part is the second part is you are then going to do more research with your data acumen. You will put your business acumen to make sure that you are making this problem and this solution relevant to your company, right? And then the third part is you should be able to now implement and execute it with the help of tech and design collaboration and with your execution, right? So L1, L2, L3. And based on these levels, we also have your different proof of work, right? So the first proof of work that you have, okay, the first proof of work that you have and the most important proof of work that you have is your past product work. So this slide is how to showcase your product sense. Let's say you have the product sense, but how do you showcase to the world that you have the product sense? Okay, so these are the steps which you can follow, or these are the things which you can do. Number one is you can just do the user research and market research and create some content and commentary. You can create reports, market research reports, in order to understand more about a domain. And whenever you are applying for a similar kind of company, you can send them that, yes, this is what I have written. It sets you up as an authority for that topic. That is the first part. The second part is you can do product tear down and case studies, which is you will take an existing product and you will try to understand why that feature was made, what is the purpose of that feature, what is the problem that it solves, how would you measure the efficiency or impactfulness of that feature, right? The third kind of thing that you can develop in order to showcase your product sense is product improvement and creation, which is you can take an existing product in the market. Rather than just studying the product, you will study the product and you will also build some improvements on the top of this product. This is also one of the most important questions in product management interviews, which is rather than just doing the case studies and the theoretical work and just improvements, you take a plunge and you actually build a side project, which you are going to grow, launch, scale, iterate, right? And the fifth part is your past product work, which is in some of you are already product managers. You might have already developed some products, or you have worked in roles that are very close to product management, such as sales, development, marketing, these kind of things. So you can showcase whatever you have done, what is the role that you have played, and then you should be able to put this past work at the top of your portfolio. Okay, understand, and you guys might have already understood by now that as we go ahead, the control and difficulty of the projects increase. As we go at the top, the difficulty increases. It is easy to write commentary and content. You just have to do the research is in your control. But it's a bit difficult to find tear down on case studies because you have to find specific data about that company. It's a bit more difficult to do product improvement because now you have to also suggest improvement. You have to apply more brain power. It's much difficult to build a side project because it is going to take some time, some iteration, some failures soon. And then it is most difficult to showcase your past product work because that is what you have done. It generally depends upon if the company has given you a right project. Okay. The issue is the issue is that okay, most of the people only rely on their past product work as their proof of skills. Most of the people only rely on their past work as the proof of their skill. Can you imagine that a player like maybe Virat Kohli or a Lionel Messi are only going to play the one day internationals or the World Cups of the world, right? For every one match that they play, they might be playing maybe more than 100 practice or net matches, right? For every major match that they need to play, they are doing probably more than 100x practice matches or net practices. But you, as a product manager, even if you know that product sense is an important skill that is going to improve with practice, what you think is that I have the product sense, I have learned about it, I have read about it. Now I will only implement it when the company is going to give me a problem statement, right? And mostly when the company gives you the problem statement, they are bounded by execution time. They are bounded by ROI. And there are so many things that you have to think about. Okay. So generally, the room of learning, it is there. You learn the most on your job, but the room of experimentation might not be there. And because you have not practiced it, understand, someone is not able to play the nice shot because they are able to invent it during one day international. But they are able to play that shot in one day international because they have practiced this particular shot maybe hundred or thousands of times during the net practice. Okay, this is what I call as conscious practice. or conscious learning. Most of the people, what they do is they just go ahead, the company, they become a product manager. They prepare for these questions only for the sake of interview. They get into the company gives them the problem. They go ahead, straight away get into execution and try to solve the problem. Maybe they get the results, but they are not aware that if they were able to practice well their product sense, the results could be maybe 10x or 100x better. Okay, so it's my request to you guys. Product management, product management is your job, right? Like a cricketer's job is to play cricket. Okay, someone's athlete's job is to go ahead and play a certain kind of game. You should also consider product management as your job and a game. And in order to improve at game, you cannot rely that only in the arena, only in the match, I'm going to go ahead and practice and train. No, you also have to do practice at your own time. That is called as conscious practice or conscious learning. Even when you are learning product management, what people do is they will learn product management and they will straight away get into interviews. And then they get rejected. And then after some period of time, they think that I could have answered. I already knew the answer of this question, but I was not able to articulate it really. It happens with almost everyone that when you come out of the exam room, now on the answers, you know that you have read this answer somewhere, but you are not able to go ahead and recall it. Okay. That happens because of lack of practice. Okay. So the moral of the story is if you really want to build any skill in the world, any important skill in the world, you have to iterate, repeat, do a lot of mistakes. Okay. And remember this quote. Always remember this quote. Most of the learning is course correction. Most of the learning is course correction, right? Everyone, look at this sentence for 30 seconds. Look at this second for 30 seconds. Go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and let me know in the chat if you are able to understand this. Let me tell you. Yes. What it basically means is you learn by doing. You learn by doing. You learn something, you try to do it, you make a mistake, you reflect, you learn again, and you pass on that feedback to the next cycle. That is how you learn. All the great learning in the world is course correction. Okay. Yes. Now, today, I'm going to give you 5 methods, 5 things through which you can go ahead and practice all of this. How you can learn by doing. Okay. Best learning by doing happens on the job. But there are not enough opportunities to learn on the job because whenever you take a project at the job, you will have to do this project for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Okay. And you are limited to a particular domain. Okay, it is important to do some practice on your own, which I called as conscious learning. That is what going to give you a leverage in your career. Okay, I hope everyone was able to understand the purpose of the session. Okay, now let me just go ahead. Yes, about the certificate and the bonus session, guys. Yesterday we have only completed one session. You can only get the certification when SOP 2025 is over. So if you have gone ahead, post it on LinkedIn, submitted the form, you still have to wait for about 1 week. Before that, you have to complete today's activity also. Okay. Once everything is done, we are done with the sessions, then you will get your certificate. And after that, we will go ahead and announce a list of people who are going to participate in the bonus AI session. Okay. Yes. Now, starting with the first thing. Okay. The first thing that you can do in order to showcase your skills as a product manager is start putting your thoughts on paper. Start putting your thoughts on paper. So we had a student at HelloPM, like I think in the first or second year. This person had their own business on e-commerce and they were looking to find a job. So they have not done a formal job in their life. He has a small business where he used to create some paintings or some artifacts and he used to sell it on Amazon and his own website. He had a small business, he was happy with the same, but then something happened and he thought that I should go ahead and become a product manager. Okay. Then he talked to us, we took him. And then eventually, this guy, what he did was he started finding jobs at multiple places. And because he was using the resume and the resume, there was no substantial experience. Because if you have run a small business, why would a big company go ahead and give you the responsibility as a product manager? Okay. Then we suggested him that rather than focusing on each and every job listing on the world, what you should do is you already know very a lot of information because you have been an entrepreneur. You know a lot about D2C e-commerce, direct to consumer e-commerce. Okay. And we suggested him to create a very detailed report where he should be able to go ahead and explain all of his learnings and understanding and research around D2C e-commerce. Okay, he had some information, other he was able to research, he structured it well. And then he started sending it to multiple people to help people understand that he has the domain matter expertise. Right? Then eventually, this person was able to become a product manager at this company called Velocity. Velocity is a aggregator of and financier of multiple D2C brands in India. Right? So what happens is when people hire you, they want to see whether you know about the domain or not. Okay. For example, if you are someone coming from HR, now you want to get into a product management job. Now, if you tell people that I do not know technology, I'm coming from an HR background, can you give me a chance? They would not give you because they don't owe you anything. But what you should do is look at your past experience. You have done HR. Create a list of, just give me a moment. Yeah. Create a list of companies which are operating in the HR tech domain. There are many SaaS startups such as Darwin Box, such as Infido, and multiple other companies. Look at their products, do a very detailed research on their market, and then send it to the founders of the company. Create a Substack blog, post it on LinkedIn. The better your research is, people will be willing to give you a chance because it is showcasing to people that you know about this particular industry. Okay, so solve your own problems. Understand? Your problem is you need a job or you want a transition into a dream company. The problem is you do not have the expertise. So what you should do is you should research and come up with something so that people are able to trust you. And content is the lowest hanging fruit, right? And there are many people that you would have seen. For example, at HelloPM, the complete brand that we have built is built only on the basis of content that we have produced. We were able to give you so much free content that people trusted that these people know product management. Rather than giving you small tweets of 140, 150 characters, we give you sessions of 2 hours, 3 hours, even 4 hours. Some sessions are there on YouTube. Right? Now people understand that these people know what they are talking about. And that is how you trust us. Use the same model for finding yourself a job as a product manager. Okay, you have to put your expertise ahead. So, how do you create commentary, category commentary and blogs? Okay, you can create a market study. You can create a market study as in how big is the market, who are the main players, what are major insights. Right? Let's say you pick up AI productivity tools. or all the LLM tools. So you can go ahead and do a research on ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, Perplexity, and other models. Right. Similarly, user insights. Who are the people who are using these products and why they are using? Okay. This will give you a user's perspective and will add more details to your research. Third point, what are the different kind of products here? Can you further categorize? Let's say in the e-commerce in India, in the quick e-commerce in India, there are multiple players. Like, let's say there is Blinkit, there is Zepto, and there is Swiggy Instamart as well. Okay, you can further categorize them. You can further break them down along with multiple features. Right? Then create a feature commentary. Feature commentary is you look at a feature and you write in detail about the feature, as in what this feature is, why it is used, what is the purpose of the feature. This is also called a mini tear down, which I'm going to give you an example in just a moment. Okay. And then you have to understand, you have to say about how the various products are differentiated with each other. How the various products are differentiated with each other. The difference between ChatGPT and Perplexity is that Perplexity can give you option to use multiple models, not only GPT models, but also open source models. But GPT cannot do the same. Right? The difference between ChatGPT and Claude is that Claude is a single model. It can generate text, but GPT is a multi-model. It can generate images and so many other things. But Claude is better for coding. So you have to understand the product, and then you have to make sure that you are able to create a differentiating factors among the same. Similarly, in Indian e-commerce, there is a war. There is Amazon and Flipkart, which is focusing on the tier one audience, and they were fighting for the same. Then the second player came, Misho, and they were able to capture tier two and tier three market. Right. So if any of your families in India are living in the tier two or tier three or tier four towns, you'll be able to understand that yes, most of them are actually more aware about Misho rather than Amazon. Right. So they played a very differentiated strategy. Similarly, if users have to choose between them, which one would they choose and why? Okay, so you can answer these 6 questions in detail, and then you have one industry report ready. So if you want to become a fintech product manager and if you don't have the fintech experience, go ahead and create this report. It should be not less than 50 pages long. It should be not less than 50 pages long, at least the first version. After that, you can go ahead and trim it and make it better for presentation and all. But it should be the most detailed document that you have seen about that particular industry ever. Okay, this will give you confidence that now I know about the industry. Right? So this is what category, commentary, and blogs can help you do. Okay, to show an example, there is a interesting seed funded, like seed stage or series A stage investment firm in India called as Bloom Ventures, and they release their research reports. And you can take a lot of inspiration from the same. So they, like some years ago, they have done a research on edtech in India. Okay, and you can see and you can draw many lessons from how you can do the research. Okay, so they have categorized it beautifully, index, then about themselves. Okay, then they have gone ahead and separated their timeline. So these are some flows that you can go ahead and use. Okay, how the industry has been evolving from 2011 to 2020. Okay, then how big is the market? So rather than only giving the numbers, they are giving the right kind of resources. Okay, and the good part is they have mentioned the size of the market, how much is actually the targetable market, and they have gone ahead. This is the most important slide. They have captured and categorized different edtech players in India based on the segmentation of the audience. For example, Byju's is for 5 and maybe 11, and an academy is for people who are looking for competition. Right now, you talk edtech, but a product manager does not talk about edtech. They talk about K-12, professional, continuous learning. And even in continuous learning, they talk about cohort-based, Udemy courses, pre-recorded courses, placement support courses, career support courses. right? So that is the level of depth that you need if you really want to go ahead and become a impactful product manager. Okay, and they have categorized on multiple bases, which is formal versus informal models, B2B, B2C, marketplaces, right? I will share this deck with each one of you so that you are able to understand how the research has to be presented. Okay, so let's say if you go to naukri.com or if you go to LinkedIn and you see that one company is hiring for associate product manager role, and rather than only sending your resume, you spend 2 days in order to create this detailed research about their industry and you send it to them. And understand, it's not only you are going to send it to them. There are multiple people in the same industry. You can also send it to them. That will grow your chances to go ahead and get into a job as a product manager. Okay, everyone, on a scale of 1 to 5, tell me if you think this approach can go ahead and help you practice and eventually get into PM. Yes, so forget about, and guys, understand, you did not ask me, like, we did not even talk about who are the authors of this, who are the two people who have written this. Okay, whenever, understand that some people are known by the brand that they carry, and some people, whatever they carry, they make it a brand. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to focus on your skills first. You need to prove to the world that you are skilled enough. And once you are skilled enough, then whenever you go ahead and go to any company, that is the advantage of the company. You have to deserve what you desire. In the end, you have to learn so much. You have to make yourself upskilled so much that if a company does not chooses you, you ultimately think that it is their loss, not yours. Okay, so focus on making yourself eligible for the roles rather than just going ahead and letting people hire you on the basis of the brand that you carry or what is the work that you have done in the past. Because all of those are self-limiting beliefs. Yes, correct. Yes. And guys, yes, understand, I have given you an example of 2 days because this presentation was created in 2019 or 20 when GPT was not there. Right now you have it. So I am not telling you that you should go ahead and just put a prompt to GPT and generate the data, copy paste into the presentation. No, you have to use GPT intelligently to make sure that first you create a good narrative, then you do the storytelling. Data can be put together by chat GPT, and then you have to wove the story together. Okay. The issue is that many people think that with data, like with GPT, whatever used to take them 20 or 30 days, now they should be able to do between 2 or 3 minutes or maybe 5 minutes. That is a wrong expectation. GPT can remove your, like reduce your time by maybe up to 80%, but not 99%. If you are doing it by 99%, you are actually getting the garbage in and garbage out. Okay. So that is there. Now, whether this can be done in 2 days, if you are looking for this kind of report, this can definitely not be done in 2 days. But whatever can go ahead and get you a job based on your experience, that can definitely be done in 2 days. 2 days means six hours of investment every day, which is 12 hours. If you focus for 12 hours, you can do most of the things. But I'm sure 12 hours of focus is even difficult to get in 2 weeks. Let it be 2 days, right? Cool. So, moral of the story, if you want it, you can do it, right? Now, the second part is, yes. So, this is the first part. Okay. Now, I think this particular page should get yourself out of your self-limiting beliefs that I'm not getting job because of my resume or my college or my background. Okay. You have to create your own opportunity, and this is the method to create. Okay. The another resource that I can give you is, if you are looking to do detailed market research, here are the resources that I refer. Okay, you can also take a screenshot of this. I will also share the presentation. Okay, so resources for market research. First is, there are many companies which publish many research reports. So Nielsen, Gartner, Forrester, IBIS World, there are multiple names that I have mentioned. Okay, if you are looking to research on a public company, you can also go to NS India Public Reports, and the US also has SEC filing reports. Okay, all of them are mentioned in this list. The second is, rather than only looking at the market data and the research reports, you can also look at what are customers talking about this. Okay, what are customers talking about this? So you can go to LinkedIn groups, Quora, Reddit, Twitter, industry specific forums, multiple other players, G2.com as well, in order to research what are the gaps in this product and understand what is the sentiment of the customers. Right. The third is, you can also use multiple tools to do competitive analysis. Competitors' website, SpyFu, Facebook Ads Library, similar. Okay. So tell me in the chat, how many of you know about the Facebook Ad Library? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat if you know about the Facebook Ad Library. Cool. So this is the Facebook Ad Library. Search for Facebook Ad Library on Google, and you should be able to see this link. Okay. So I can go to facebook.com/ads that library. I can search for any brand. Let's say I want to search how Blinkit is promoting itself. Okay. I can click on Blinkit's page, and then I can see what are the different kind of ads that they are publishing. This gives me a lot of idea about what features are they trying to, because mostly people only promote the features which are their rockstar features which bring the most users. Right? You can do it for any brand, SaaS or non-SaaS or tech or non-tech. Anyone who is promoting on Facebook will be able to get there. Similarly, we have the same for LinkedIn library. We also have the same Google Ads library, right? And then there is website which everyone knows, which is SimilarWeb, which will give you the traffic details. Apart from this, there are multiple tools. There is something called as Google Trends that will help you observe how this keyword is performing now, how this topic is performing. Okay. Google keyword tool will tell you how many people are searching for this keyword in your area. Okay, so that you understand whether there is a demand for this problem or this product. Okay. Survey Monkey will help you do the surveys. Then Google Form, similar product. Then this I've mentioned. Then ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Notebook LM. To make sure that you can take all of these researches, put it into these Notebook LM, Perplexity, and ChatGPT, and you are able to ask it questions. Right. So with AI, you almost have a superpower in your hand. So very recently, and this is an interesting story, so I'm telling you. So I was watching a podcast, and someone was interviewing this person. His name is Mark Anderson. He is the co-chair and CEO of this big investment firm called as A16Z Ventures. Okay, Anderson Horowitz Ventures. Also the author of the book Hard Thing About Hard Things, like number one recommended book in the Silicon Valley. And this person told the guest that we all know that AI now has given almost superhuman capabilities to all the individuals. Right now, AI is much more intelligent, much more faster, much more articulate than 99.99% of the individuals who have ever lived on Earth. Okay. But still, there is no one who has came who is able to go ahead and 1000x their productivity, who has written maybe 100 pieces of software or 50 books or made 20 movies or done something. Although the AI power is in our hands, but still there is no one who has came who has been able to go ahead and do all of these things with the superpower of AI. Because imagine AI is almost 1,000 people working for you 24/7 at a fraction of the cost. Okay. And then this person, he himself told this, and then he asked the host that why do you think it is like this is happening? Okay. And the answer was very simple and it was very hard hitting. And the answer was distractions. A lot of people are not able to focus. With AI, right now we are debating it is helpful or it is not helpful. We are debating whether you should use it, we should not use it. We are trying to catch up with AI rather than utilizing it. Okay. So my recommendation for everyone is please take up a problem statement. Whatever you want to build, whatever you want to do, take up a problem statement. Use AI as your partner in order to solve it very deep. Don't be like anyone else who is giving away to distractions. If AI was launched in a world where Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn was not there, we would have seen more productive people, right? So that is a recommendation for everyone. Please go ahead, and I'm giving you this motivation because understand these things will not happen with half-ass work. This takes time. Okay. So with that being said, this is most of the work. The second thing that you need that you can do in order to showcase your product skills is to create product teardowns. Okay. So what you can do is in order to practice your product sense, you can create product teardowns. What is product teardown? You can pick some popular products. I will share with you a list. You can pick a popular feature in the product and its business goals. Why this feature was created? Why was it made? What is the purpose of the users? Okay. Then you can find the user segments and why they use this feature. Okay. Who are the users for this feature and what is the purpose of this feature existing? Okay. JTBD stands for job to be done. I will send an article to you in the notes so that you are able to understand what is JTBD. Super important framework if you want to build products for users. Okay. Then understand the nuances of the feature, what decisions might be taken in order to make this feature possible. What metrics the product managers would like to see and understand progress and conclusion insights. Basically, you are thinking like a product manager who has built this product and you are trying to reverse engineer the same. You are thinking like you have built this product and now you are trying to reverse engineer that thought. This will give you a lot of information. Why? Because whenever you are seeing a popular product, understand from an idea to getting to your hands and becoming your habit, that product manager might have taken hundreds of great decisions. So nothing is a better learning than straight away learning from reverse engineering those decisions. Okay. And you try to create a product requirement document for this feature. Okay. So how many of you know what is a product requirement document? A quick yes or no in the chat. How many of you know what is a product requirement document? Wonderful. Great. That's good. We also have a video on our YouTube channel through which you can learn how to create a PRD. Most of the product managers after 2023 have learned how to create PRD from that template only. And right now, in most of the companies, you will see that template is followed. I'm afraid of the same because now they have created it into a copy paste structure. Yes, I'll share it. I'll share it. Yes, cool. Yes, and keep on building your knowledge base. Understand, every product follows certain kind of patterns. Okay, so always remember this that there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of problems in the world. But the types of problems are always limited. Either users are struggling in onboarding to your product, or they are struggling to get the value from the product, or they are struggling to pay, or they are struggling to go ahead and find something in your product. Okay, these are 4 or 5 kind of problem that people face. Similarly, when users are looking for something, there are so many needs that the user have, but you can categorize all these needs into four, which is health, wealth, love, and happiness. You can break down all the user needs into these four parts. Okay. So understand there could be 1,000 types of problem statements or problems, but the categories are basically very low. Okay. The categories are very low. So what you should do is, in order to build your mind into a pattern recognizing machine, you should do this product tear down for multiple products, and then you will start identifying the categories and the obvious solutions to the common problems. For example, right now, if I launch a product, right now, if I launch a product where people from this summer of product, let's say there is someone whose name is Abhinav, and then there is someone whose name is Urvashi. I want to make sure that these people are able to connect each other in order to take a mock interview. Okay, because it is already a community, why don't you go ahead and talk to each other in order to take the mock interview? Now, Urvashi does not know whether she can trust the expertise of Abhinav. Abhinav does not know whether she can trust the expertise of Urvashi. So what we can do? The problem is trust. How will they trust? So now you can go to other platforms. So basically, we are creating a marketplace where people can connect with each other in order to take and give mock interviews. Right? So how do they trust each other? Now you go to other platforms, even if they are non-related. So how Amazon is solving for trust? Amazon is solving for trust with the help of ratings, with the help of reviews, and with the help of product description. So if Abhinav and Urvashi maintain a good profile, they are getting good reviews and everything, eventually they will be able to get the trust from the platform. So pattern from one company is now used in a different company altogether in order to solve problems. Right? This is how you should build your own personal knowledge base. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you an example maybe. So some time ago, this company called as Blinkit has launched this feature called as Seller Hub, where the sellers who are selling their stuff on Blinkit, they should be able to get a lot of insights around the same. Okay, and I did a quick tear down on the same. Okay, so Blinkit just launched its Seller Hub, and this is a simple product tear down. Okay, what is it? In the product tear down, I mentioned 5 parts. The first part is, what is the purpose? Why would users use it? Why was the business build it? What are the problems that it is solving for various people? What are the questions to be asked while designing the solution? What are the metrics? What is the rollout plan? And then I have mentioned all of these important details. Okay. Blinkit wants to improve its operational efficiency so that their team does not have to connect manually with sellers to manage their inventory, and they want to do it at scale. Similarly, there is a purpose for the users. Then this is the whole journey for the sale. Similarly, understanding problem that Blinkit sellers and users face right now, done. Whole categorization done. Okay. Similarly, what are the questions that the team or the product manager will ask before building this product? Okay. What are the steps the sellers go through while selling it on Blinkit right now? What are the pain points? How do we address them? And multiple other questions. Okay. And then there are metrics that are defined. And then this is the rollout plan. Right. I will share this exact link with you so that you can also start creating your own product tear downs. Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, this will be available in the description somewhere. Okay. So product tear down will also hone your product sense. You don't have to be limited by a company and wait for it to give you the problem statement. You can just pick the products around you and do the product tear downs. Right. A quick Yes or no, everyone, if we are on the same page, if you are able to understand everything. A quick yes or no in the chat. Amazing. Yes, I'll share the document with you so that you guys can go ahead and read it. Okay. Yeah. And guys, understand, uh, don't expect anyone, even me, to help you explain each and every topic. Understand, these days you are living in the world of chat GPT. How to find the metrics, how to do these things. You can just ask chat GPT. Okay. I am showing you, let's say, you might never ask chat GPT that should I do a product teardown or not, because you are not aware about that term and how can it help you. So you should utilize people like us in order to create roadmaps for you, in order to show you the direction. The execution and everything, chat GPT, Perplexity, they can do better than us. Okay. Yes. So this is how you create a product teardown. Now, the second or the third stage is improvement and suggestion cases. Okay. So some people or some companies might give you a problem statement that how would you improve our product? How would you improve Google Maps? Or how would you improve Blinkit? Or how would you improve Zoom? Okay. This is a common question. And even with your own choice for your own practice, you can pick products and you can suggest improvement. Okay. So what you will do is this generally begins by picking a goal. Because you are improving, you have to start from a the goal can be of multiple types. Do you want to acquire more users? Do you want to activate more users, make them more active? Do you want to increase monetization? Do you want to improve retention? Or there is another opportunity that you want to seize? Okay, so let's say if I tell you improve Notion. So you can understand that Notion is a tool for knowledge management, and AI can do a lot of things in knowledge management. So how we can go ahead and introduce Notion with AI in order to improve the user experience. That could be one of the outcomes, right? Then the second step is understand the users and their jobs to be done. Understand who are the users and what is the product's utility for them. Who are the users and why would they go ahead and use the product? This is super important. This is user empathy. This is the basement of the product sense stack. Okay. Then create the user journey, find out drop off moments and opportunities. So you took a product, you use the product by yourself, you talk to few friends who are already using the product. You also go to multiple forums where people are talking about this product. Then you create a user journey. What is a user journey? A stepwise representation of what the user is going to do in your product, right? A stepwise representation of what the user is going to do in your product. So you open a bank account, you install the app, you authenticate with OTP, you see your account balance, and then you create an FP. And in multiple steps, you have multiple opportunities, gaps that you can fill, right? Creating user journey is an important part of any product teardown or improvement or suggestion, right? Then brainstorm solutions. So now you have identified the gaps. You have to understand what could be the solutions for figuring out and closing these gaps. Okay. Then prioritize. You might have multiple solutions, so you have to pick the right solution. How do you pick the right solution? Very simple. Which solution is going to give you the most impact in terms of achieving this goal, and which solution is going to be done with lowest efforts? Simple impact versus effort metrics, right? For this also, I will share with you a link where I've explained all of these things. Okay. Then once you have done this, whatever solution that you have prioritized, you can create the wireframe for the same. You can create the wireframe for the same. Okay. Everyone tell me a yes or no in the chat if you know how to create wireframes. Yes or no in the chat if you know how to create wireframes. Many knows. Okay, cool. I'll tell you in a moment. Okay. I'll tell you in 10 minutes how to create wireframes. Okay. Then The next part is identify metrics. Okay, how to identify metrics? That also I will go ahead and share a detailed note with you so that you can go ahead and learn about this. You have to ask a very simple question. In order to identify the right metrics, you only have to ask yourself a very simple question. Why am I building this feature? Why am I building this feature? How do I know if I built the right feature? Right? Whatever comes to your mind, that is your major metric. We are building this feature to grow the acquisition, which is number of users. So my major metrics is growth in number of users. Right? I am building this feature to improve the onboarding or activation. So how many people are completing the onboarding? That is my metric. So simple method to understand metric is ask yourself, why are you building this feature? And how would you measure your progress? That's it. And then in the end, you can write a simple conclusion. Okay. And I can show you a couple of examples also. So this is one example from Microsoft Teams. We have asked someone to improve Microsoft Teams. Okay. And I'm using this example because it is from it's created by a student. It was not created professionally by someone. So they learned and then they built it. So you should be able to relate. And second is it is a B2B product. And we have been talking so much about B2C products. So B2B product case study will also clear that gap. Okay. So how would you improve Microsoft Teams? That was the question. And the purpose was drive Microsoft Teams user engagement and revenue by unlocking marketplace potential. Okay. So what is Microsoft Teams? Understand the first thing that you need to do in order to solve a case study is to do as much research as possible about everything that is mentioned in the problem statement. In the problem statement, it is mentioned marketplace, engagement, Microsoft Teams. So go ahead and do a lot of research about this. What does the company do? What are their features? What is the size of the company? Everything you have to go ahead and mention. This is very important because format everyone knows of the case study, but everyone does not put efforts in order to get this content that right. Okay, this is the foundation, research. Okay, whatever terms are mentioned in the problem statement and the related terms, you have to do a good detailed research on the same. Okay, once that is done, you will go ahead and do more research in order to understand the market landscape. This is a competitive research. So they have mentioned multiple competitors of the company, such as Microsoft Teams is a major player, Slack, WebEx, Zoom, and Discord. And then they have created multiple variables on which they are going to assess the competitors. Variables such as brand positioning, market penetration, daily active users, document collaboration, AI assistant, user experience, security, and compliance. Okay, and they have created a complete metrics for the same. Right? You can do this with AI, but please only do this with AI. These things you have to find. Okay, the dimensions you have to find. Data AI can put. And whenever you are asking AI, please ask it to mention the resources. Because all of you would know that AI hallucinates. Hallucination means it will give you the wrong answer with complete confidence. Okay, so please always ask for source. Right? After this, they have done a SWOT analysis to understand the competitive landscape. What are the strengths of Microsoft Teams? What are the weaknesses? What are opportunities? And what are threats? Very simple, but a very powerful and an effective framework. SWOT. Okay. Then they have done a lot of research. So they have also done primary research by talking to people. They were a part of cohort, so they were able to go ahead and talk to multiple people. And then they were able to get the Google form responses from 85 people. And they were able to get user interviews conducted from 7 people. Understand, this is not easy, guys. You cannot sit in your room and do this. You have to talk to people. There is no alternate or substitute for hard work. You have to do this. Okay. AI is just reducing your barrier to hard work. Or I would say, what do we call it? Your ceiling to hard work. Most of the people, they were okay to spend 20, 30, 40 hours, even months in order to solve a problem. Now they are not even spending 1 hour to write a better problem. They just want everything with a simple problem. Okay. So In the insights compilation, they have compiled the insights, they have done the research, and they were able to find few problems. And this is what their findings were. Okay, that seamless integration was there, but difficulty in the user interface design. And they were able to back it up with multiple market trends and multiple stuff. I will also share this case study with you so that you are able to understand it better. Right? Then they understood that this is the goal, this is what we need to do. They were able to understand the reasons why the user engagement is not there. And then they were able to find expected outcomes. Okay. And then they started with the user segmentation and research around it. User segmentations are what are the different type of users who are going to use your product. Okay. So this is what they have done, multiple user segmentation. In the user segments, they have defined a user, they have defined the users on the basis of who they are, bio, their jobs to be done, functional jobs to be done, social jobs to be done. Okay. If you don't know about jobs to be done, jobs to be done is a simple term, which is why do users use your product? Why do users use your product? Why do users hire your product for? Okay. Then there are core needs, then there are challenges. Even if you take a user, break down into 6 segments, you would have enough empathy about the user. Okay. Then another user, which is first user was education, students, then it was teachers, and then there was small and micro businesses and corporate enterprises. Okay. Then they map the complete user journey. They map the complete user journey as in start of the day they do this. Then they file collaboration, task update, team communication, daily stand-up meetings, and then meeting scheduling and wrap up. And they were able to identify what are the painful moments in these journeys. This will give you a gold mine of insights as in how you can build the product, how you can improve the product. Right? And then they were able to understand major struggles. Search is not working, fragmented workflow, connectivity issues, and complex UI UX design. And they have also not only told this, but they have mentioned what things are difficult. You have to be specific. Okay. And then they were able to prioritize it. Then they were able to build multiple solutions. So this happened with a lot of brainstorming. So these case study was done by 2 girls, and they sit together and then they find out, brainstorm multiple solutions for the problems. Okay. And then eventually they were able to build multiple solutions. These are the wireframes, high fidelity wireframes. Okay. That they will build in-app AI prompts for personalized plugin recommendations. And another is introduce security badges and add a security compliances selection in plugin description. Okay. So this case study I'll share with you. You have to go through it in your own time in order to understand how to do a product improvement case study. This will almost be a gold mine. Okay. And apart from this, I will also share one more case study that is for Google Maps. It is a B2C example. Okay. Where people have done the similar kind of research. If you just study these two case studies, and if you just follow whatever I've told you in the session, you are good enough to iterate and grow by yourself. This is the basic information that you need. Other things your practice is going to teach you. As I've told you that all learning is course correction. Okay, so this is how you do a tear down for any product. Okay. Yes. Now, guys, everyone on a scale of 1 to 5, tell me if you are confident that you should be able to create proof of work after this session. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you will be able to create your own proof of work after this session. Go ahead. Yes. So it will require time. It is not easy. It will require time, but you need to make sure that you are able to do this. Right. So somebody asked a question, how do I validate if I'm going in the right direction? So for that answer, you have to wait for 5 minutes because I'm going to give you a break. And after that, I'll answer this question. Okay. A quick break of 5 minutes and then we'll come back again. Go ahead, guys, take a break. Get up from your chair, drink some water, do some stretches, and come back. Hello everyone, welcome back. Yes, please write, yes, please write a quick yes in the chat if you are back in the chat. Wonderful guys. So, okay, so many people want to connect with each other. Okay, I am giving you a link right now. I have sent a link in the chat. Go ahead, comment your profile there, and other people can also comment who want to connect with each other rather than spamming the messages. Okay, yes. How to create such PPT decks? Go to pitch.com, go to canva.com. They already have great designs. Cool. Yes. Cool. So, guys, if we are able to complete the session on time, so I have put together 2 hours for the session. If we are able to complete the session on time, then in the last 5-10 minutes, I am going to go ahead and give you a tutorial on how to create wireframes with Figma within 5 to 10 minutes. That is all you need. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Now, whenever you are doing improvement and suggestion cases, you would think, how should I think about it? Okay. So, what you should do is, whenever you want to get ideas or insights, you should always think from multiple perspectives. Yesterday, I also told you that a product manager has to think from multiple dimensions, right? I have shown you that complete product management cycle where you are getting your insights from user research, market research, competitive research, business goals, your stakeholders, and multiple other places. Okay, so you have to do your research, you have to talk to people. And once you have done, you are going to do prioritization and filtering because every idea is not the same. You might use any framework in order to understand what ideas are better, what ideas are not better. Okay, then you are going to ask yourself a lot of questions in order to go ahead and reflect whether this is a better idea, whether there could be a better idea. Do I need to think more? How this set of users is going to think about the idea or how they are going to behave. Okay, lot of reflection is needed. And once you do these things repeated number of times, you end up developing your knowledge, intuition, and experience. That is how you build yourself into a product. Okay. And similarly, in product teardown, you have to capture all of these things before you go ahead and build any insights or suggestions. Okay. One more common question that I get from people is that in competitive analysis, what are the things that I look for? Because every website has 100 pages. Any competitor can mention so many things about them. What should I look for? So forget about anything that you have learned about competitive research and only focus on 4 things as a product. If you are looking to do competitive research as a product manager, forget about everything else and only remember the 4 things. The first is, what problems do they solve? What are the problems for the users that their product solves? Okay. What is their strength? Why do people use them and prefer them over others? Right? What is their weakness? If people are leaving them or people are not using them, what is the reason? Understand, some people will love the product, some people will hate the product. You have to understand both the perspectives. Right? And the last part is, how are they acquiring and retaining the users? So that you understand about their growth strategy and you understand about what are the features that are working for them. And if you do this, your competitive research is 80% done. Okay, understand? These days, you are not only paid for your insights, you are also paid for your efficiency of insights, as in how soon you are able to come up with insights. If someone is able to come up with the insights in 1 year, while if someone is able to come up with insights in 1 month, the 1 month person is going to be much more deadly and much more useful. right? So always in your life, apply Pareto principle. What is Pareto principle? Can anyone tell me in the chat what is Pareto principle? 80-20. Yes, yes. Pareto principle, 80-20 principle. 20% of the efforts can give you 80% of the impact. So focus on the bigger things that, yes, if I can do all of these things, my 80% of the research is done. If I now try to do it 100%, it will take much more time and it will not give me so much returns. This is called as the law of diminishing returns as well. If you tend to focus too much time, then it will not give you enough results in the same proportion. Okay, so always follow Pareto principle. And if you want to learn something, give it to Chat GPT that I want to learn this thing, but only tell me 20% of the things which are going to be used 80% of the time. Okay, only tell me 20% of the thing that is going to use 80% of the time. It will give you a very sharp tutorial rather than bother you with the details. Okay, and now someone also asked me a question that I'm doing all of these case studies and product teardowns and what. Who is going to give me the feedback? Okay, so you know who is going to give you the feedback, right? AI is going to give you the feedback. How AI? Okay, the major mistake is that people tell AI, do you like this? What do you think about this? Okay, what you need to do is, first is, first is, you should initially not create your presentation or your data with the help of AI. You should put your own mind first. Okay, if you want to believe this, what you should do is first create a simple study with your own efforts. Then take up the same problem statement and give it to AI. This is version 2. Okay, if you are not doing this, you are only doing this, you will think that AI is able to do a great job. Then why do I need to use my own brain? Right? This will happen. But when you compare one, if you have done it, and where you compare number two, you will understand that AI is there to give me leverage. There are some blind spots that AI has. There are some blind spots that you have. You have to take the best of the both worlds. Right? So just don't go ahead and give a prompt to AI and do everything. Go ahead, try to do it by yourself, do your own research, spend some time. After that, use AI. Okay. And then in the second step, you have to use AI in order to assess yourself. So, how to do assessment? The number one step is, please ask this question that I have done solve this problem statement. Please rate my work on a scale of 1 to 10. Please rate my work on a scale of 1 to 10. Almost always it will give you 7 or 8. Okay. But it will also tell you what are the things that you can improve and what are the things that are better. You will get a more objective feedback. Okay. Now, last but the most important part, please do not use only one LLM. You have to use at least three LLMs in order to review your work. Understand, if you have invested 10, 20 hours to create something, why don't you invest half an hour more in order to get a better assessment? Right? So at least go to GPT, go to Claude, go to DeepSeek, or maybe you can also use Perplexity. Okay, this is how you assess yourself. And also, guys, because you are seeing data generating in front of you without any efforts, most of the people don't even read the feedback. They are happy with 7 or 8. 7 or 8 is a delusion. What you are looking for is content. So please focus. Focus on what it is telling you. Go ahead and revise it completely, learn it completely, and then try to again improve it and then again send it to multiple AIs. Okay. So I hope everyone is now able to understand how they can go ahead and course correct now. AI is your friend, guys. Why do you need anyone else? Right? Cool. A quick yes or no, everyone, if you are able to understand how to use AI in your work as a as a PM learner. Yes. So understand your job as a product manager is to apply your brain. And if you outsource your brain straight away to AI and then you ask that AI is going to replace me or not, you know the answer. Okay. People who use AI along with the hard work, they actually know the limitations and foundations of AI. You have to leverage it. I cannot tell you about what is going to happen from tomorrow or a year later or 10 years later, but I can tell you how to leverage it right. So AI might not replace you, but the person who knows how to leverage AI might replace you, right? And then here are some best practices to do these product teardowns. Number one is explain your process. Understand you are doing this to help other people understand and go into your mindset as a product manager. And you are also doing to help structure your own settings, your own understanding, and your own mind settings. Okay, so please make sure that you explain your process, be very articulate. Second is metrics and impact. There is something called as a metric tree, which I'm going to give you a resource in the end of the session so that you understand how to create a metric tree. And we are also going, yes, we are also going to discuss metric tree in the next session on Saturday, where we'll talk about interview preparation questions. Okay. Also, do storytelling. Get their attention and focus. Storytelling is very important. Simple three-act structure. Who is the hero? What is the problem? How they solve it. Context, conflict, resolution. Okay. Tell that people are facing this problem and there is no product that solves it. Then present your solution. Okay. Context, conflict, resolution. Okay. Context, conflict, resolution. Three-act structure. Okay. Go deep. Now, very important, guys. With I hope I'm audible to everyone, right? Cool. Great. So go deep, everyone. Understand that with AI and everything, surface level work is not going to cut it. You have to invest time in order to create something substantial. I will even go to an extent to say that if you are doing a mediocre job at your portfolio, please don't show that portfolio to anyone. Okay. I have rejected many candidates just because I was able to look at their portfolio. Right? What happened was I could see from the portfolio that you are not able to do the right work as a product manager. You do not have the patience or you do not have the taste of building some good products or at least some good work in your portfolio. So having a surface level portfolio is worse than not having a portfolio. Okay, so what you should do is start building your portfolio, start adding the work. But as you go ahead, start removing the bad work. So your portfolio should contain 3 to 5 projects. And as you keep on doing new projects, you should keep on removing the old projects which are not good. Okay, the portfolio should be your showreel. Okay, and then go specific. Rather than solving generic problem statements, you try to go specific. Choose the industries where you want to work. Okay, if you want to work in fintech, pick up those problem statements. If you want to work in gaming, pick up those problem statements. Okay, these are the best practices. And the last one is please design well. Okay, how do you design well? I'm going to give you a couple of resources so that you are able to understand what is good taste. What does great websites look like? Okay, and get good UI and UX look like. Okay, that is the third part of product theater. Cool. Now, guys, everyone tell me, I commit in the chat if you commit to doing at least one product tear down in the next 1 week. Tell me, I commit in the chat if you commit to at least doing one product tear down in the next 1 week. People on YouTube, you can also comment. I might not be able to see the comment, but your comment will motivate you. Wonderful. Now let me go ahead and tell you the ultimate thing. Okay. Now let me tell you the ultimate thing. Okay. Yes, you can do a lot of research, but that is theoretical. You can go ahead and suggest products, improvement in the products, but that is also like you are not implementing the solutions. Okay. So far we have been touching, only two levels. With the research document, we are only touching these levels. With the product teardown for a company and product improvement, we are touching these levels as well. But we are not at all touching these levels, right? So for this, we have the ultimate thing, which is called as a side project. So the best way to learn product management is by building products. And because you are not a product manager or your company is not giving you the responsibility to build the products, you should not wait for permission. Right now, we are in the open democratic world. All the opportunities are available for everyone. Pick up an idea, start working on the same. Okay, so this is how you build a side project. Okay, side project is you actually building a product apart from your job and you trying to go ahead and scale it. Hello PM started as a side project. Facebook started as a side project. Okay, there are multiple other companies in the world which started as a side project because founders cannot wait to start. Okay, so what are side projects? Side projects is you build something along with your job, parallel to your job. You do not wait for someone to give you a permission that go ahead and build this. And why do you build this? Because you want to learn and you are passionate about that problem. This is very important. Okay, if you want to build a side project, you should be passionate about this particular problem. Otherwise, you will not be able to motivate yourself for a long period of time. Okay, just learning for the sake of learning is not good enough. Project based learning is something that you should do. Okay, so what is side project? How you should do a side project? You solve a problem you and your close ones have. What is your expertise area? Take up a notebook and for the next 1 week, write down what are the problems that you face in your daily life, at work, at professional life. What tools that you don't love? What are the things, if you have a magic band, what are the things that you will create? How do you solve those problems? Okay. Similarly, do it for your friends and family. After a week, I can assure you, you will be sitting on a lot of problems and your ideas. You just have to reflect and you have to observe. Okay. Second is understand the problem well, do whatever research that you can do. Build the solution. What tool to use to build the solution, I'm going to tell you in a moment. Okay. Launch, sell, and grow. Understand the difference between a case study and a side project is a side project is actually used by people. A side project should have traction and evolution. Okay. Then track the progress and then iterate. Idea, execution, building, launching, tracking the progress, iterating, again improving, again getting new solutions, and then again improve. This is what happens in a side project. Okay. And then I'm giving you the side project check. But before this, can anyone tell me if they have ever worked on a side project? Tell me yes or no if you have ever worked on a side project. Yes. So, guys, everyone should have a side project. Everyone should have a side project. Okay. That keeps you inspired, active, consciously challenged. That is important. Not saying that you should invest all of your weekends on the same. You can take something that is easy, but try to have at least a small side project. Your Instagram page could be your side project. Okay. So build a side project. It's very important to keep your sanity as a creative person. Okay. Yes. Very good. Now, let me present you the side project stack of 2025. These are all the tools which are almost free, which will help you create, like free at least for the initial usage, that will help you build some really fantastic side projects. Okay. Number one is For ideation and research, you can use ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook LM, Google Keyword Tool, Trends, Reddit, G2. G2.com is a forum where people review the other SaaS products. All of the SaaS products in the world, they have a review and feedback and detailed testimonials on G2.com. So you can understand from that what people are looking for. Right? Reddit also has multiple kind of subreddits where you can have gold mines of data. Right? So ideation and research. ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook, Keyword Tool, Trends, Reddit, and G2. Right? Second is design and inspiration. In order to develop taste, in order to understand how what great UI looks like, please bookmark these websites, Dribble, Mobbin, and Figma community. You will get some amazing designs, and initially you have to start by copying these designs. Okay. Similarly, you can use Google Snitch and Figma in order to create your own designs. Okay. Google Snitch is a tool. With AI, it should be able to help you create fantastic designs, which are ready to be deployed. Okay. It's a new company that Google has recently acquired, maybe a couple of weeks ago. Then after design and inspiration, you have prototype and development. So for building prototypes and developing your side projects, you can use Lovable, V0, Bolt, Cursor, Windsurf. Windsurf and Cursor are free for basic usage. These are also free for basic usage. Okay. And if you believe you have a good idea, if you have done enough work here, I don't think spending $20 would be much for anyone. Right? So prototype and development. After this, and also understand Lovable is, I think, free for this weekend. So leverage this opportunity, leverage this motivation. Okay. Then for marketing and growth, now you have launched a product. Understand now these tools can be used by anyone. So anyone will create the product, but not everyone will be able to have traction on their product. So what you should do is you should also focus on growth and marketing, which is launch your product on Product Hunt, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit. Use a software called as Apollo.io in order to find people who might be the perfect users of your product. For example, if you build a product which can go ahead and summarize newsletter for people, then you can find people who are subscribed to multiple newsletters and then you can send them direct emails. Apollo will help you do all of these things. Finding people, finding their email address, and then sending them their campaigns. Right? So this is for growth and marketing. And then for analytics, you can use these free tools. Mixpanel, Google Analytics 4, Post Talks, free for your usage. Once you scale, then you start making money, then you can pay for these tools. Okay. Then a very important thing is motivation and community. So there are multiple people who are building stuff and they are sharing what they are building in public. Okay. Examples are indie hackers, hacker news, side projects on Reddit, and this Twitter hashtag called as build in public. Okay. If you go to these places, you should be able to find a lot of motivation that how other people are building it. You should be able to talk to them, interact with them. You should be able to learn from their journey and then implement the learnings in your own journey. Okay, so this is a side project stack. Most of these tools are free. All of these tools are free for limited usage. Now you do not have any excuse to not build your side project. Okay, now I have given you all the tools as well. Right? Everyone, tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you found this table helpful. Yes, cool. Now, let me tell you a truth. Okay, understand, guys. Most of you are feeling motivated that I'll be able to create my side projects. I can just give a prompt to GPT. I will take that prompt, I will put it into Lovable, and then it will create a project for me, and my side project is done. That is not the case. Because the because AI can do so many things. the expectations from people are now to the top. People don't like when development was difficult, people want you to develop. People want you to develop these prototypes, right? Now development is not difficult. So they want you to build traction. Traction as in how many people are using your product? How many times have you evolved this product? How have you iterated this product? So always remember if you want to build a side project in order to get your next opportunity, always remember side projects without traction and evolution are just prototypes. And there is no value of prototypes these days because anyone can go ahead and create a prototype. So please, if you are looking at this, do not stop here. Do not stop here. Launch it, connect to the community, look at analytics also, and then iterate in your user insights and then continue again. Okay, please do not stop here. Anyone sends me a level project. So, someone yesterday only gave me a presentation that this is what I've created for your company. And at the bottom of this, it was written that it was generated by some AI tool. Okay. And then it was easy for me to understand that this guy has not even gone ahead and edited anything in the presentation. They gave a prompt and then they have created the presentation and then they send it. Okay. Please don't do that. AI is helping you do the basic work, but you also have to put your own brain. I am hiring you not so that you can give prompt to AI, but you should also be able to apply your own brain. After some period of time, AI would not even need any prompt, right? And now the final part, which might not be very important for you guys, is you can also include your past work. Okay. So if you're already a PM, you can document your work. If you were an adjacent role, you can write the process and your major contribution. Okay. There are multiple examples of the same. I will share with you the link. So Swiggy's team has mentioned how they were able to build Swiggy Pop, how Hulu's product manager was able to build a watch list. And there is a PM called as Rashi Gupta, how she was able to build multiple products. She has written her own commentary about the products. Okay, so if you're already a product manager who want to showcase your work, you can do this. But understand, this is a bit dicey because many companies do not allow you to do these things and put the data in public. So that's okay. You don't have any excuse because I've already given you the other four things. Okay, to repeat again, there are 5 things that you can do in order to showcase that you know product management, in order to showcase your product solving skills, problem solving skills. Okay, first is commentary and content, product teardown on case studies, product improvement and creation case studies, side projects, and your past work. Okay, ideal is you should have everything, but you should generally start from here. If you have not done anything so far, you should start from here. Okay, and then you can collect everything and then you can call it your portfolio. So portfolio is your proof of work, is a proof of your skills, is a proof of your product thinking capabilities, and it is a proof of your passion towards product management. So when this girl was saying that I am passionate about product management, she should have shown her portfolio, and the person would understand that yes, she is knowing what she is talking about. She is walking the talk. She has put some efforts. Okay, so a student. So generally, we do not take students in the HelloPM cohorts because the expectations are mismatched, and generally students are not able to dedicate time. But once in a while, some students come who have done some product internships, who are very passionate, and they come to us, and we try to go ahead and take them in the program if they are performing well. So very recently, a student came and he told me, "Sir, I am very passionate about product management." I told him that, "How do I know that you are passionate about product management?" And he told me that I have been preparing about this for 2 years. I've been researching about product management. I'm doing these courses here and there, and I have been doing this for 2 years. And I told him that, "Can you show me something what you have done?" And he has nothing to show for it. He knew how to create PRD. He knew how to create a roadmap. He knew how to create a product strategy. Or it would be better to say that he thought he knew how to create a PRD. He thought he knew how to create a product roadmap. He knew how to create a product strategy. Okay, because unless you are practicing, you are showcasing something, you don't know anything. Right? So please go ahead and take an action. You should never ask someone that you are passionate. You should show the work and then they will feel passionate. Right? So if someone tells me that I want to become a YouTuber or I am passionate about YouTube, then I will not ask them why you are passionate or not. I'll just ask them, where is your YouTube channel? How many videos have you uploaded? That's it. That's a simple thing. No one is stopping you from do so. Right? Yes. And then, if you want to go ahead and create a portfolio, these are the major reasons why you should go ahead and build a portfolio. It will help you practice. It might help you get a job. It will help you lead the conversation during interview. There are many students of mine who had great portfolios, and the interviews, the interviewer only talk about the portfolio projects that they have done. So they were able to control the conversation flow. Okay. I will also include some examples of portfolio. Some of them are from our students. So this is Anish's portfolio. He's a senior PM in Germany right now. Okay. These are his projects. The portfolio contains a personality. It is made on Notion. Okay. Contact information, LinkedIn, and these are the important projects that we have given. Okay, as a part of the core. Similarly, Surbhi's portfolio, different website called as Bento. She is now an entrepreneur. Okay, and these are the assignments that she has done with us. You can go ahead and look at her work from here. Okay, and then there is Aparna's and there are other portfolios. So these are real portfolios. Okay, Garrett's portfolio is not a student portfolio. He's a real PM. You can also get some inspiration from the same. Okay, how he was able to build the YouTube mockup tool. All the details are mentioned here. Okay, so now guys, no one is stopping you from building your own portfolio. Okay, these are free tools that you can use in order to build your portfolio. I have told you all the stuff. Okay, I will also share with you some links tomorrow where I will help you understand some frameworks to do problem solving. Okay, so now there is no excuse that you will not be able to do this. Okay, these are tools. And once you create your portfolio, you can also showcase your portfolio at multiple places so that you are increasing your surface area of land so that you get more opportunity. So we have a student, Chetan, who is a senior PM at Spot Draft right now, and he has highlighted his work in his LinkedIn profile. Then there is Rashmi, who has highlighted her work in her LinkedIn, in her resume. And then there is Shubham, who has created a email signature with his portfolio. And then we have a mentor, Sugat, whose case studies are ranking on. So you always have to make sure that your portfolio is also available to people, because if they don't know, how they are going to come across you. Okay. And everyone should go ahead and start writing content on this platform called Substack. But only when you know you are writing good content. Don't go ahead and add to the noise on the platform. Okay. And then the ultimate part is, before we close the session, self-screening artifact. Okay. Let's say you want to become a product manager at a company, but no one is giving you the opportunity. The HR is rejecting your resume because you are not coming from a tier one college, or you don't have an MBA, or you are not a product manager. Okay. So this is what I'm going to suggest you. Anyone who wants to become a product manager, this is my suggestion for you. No matter what kind of background that you are coming from, no matter how many times that you are rejected, the first step is build everything that I've told you in the program. Learn about product sense and practice all the 4 items. First job. Okay. After that, once you have acquired information about product management, once you are sure that you deserve the PM role, then create a list of about 15 companies. If they are in the same industry, it's even better, because now you don't have to research every single time. Okay. You pick up a list of 15 companies. You ask yourself one by one that if I were the product manager at this company, how would I make this product successful? Or what would I do in my first 6 or 12 months to make it successful? Articulate it and send it to the company. I can assure you that if you do it for 15 companies and if your work is good, people are going to call you back. Send it to the founders and other people in the company. Okay, this is show short. Okay, and why does it work? It works because people are not sure of your skills. So if you give this to them, they are sure that you can do the job. You are showing your passion about their company because you are spending your time in order to build something for their company. And the third part is you are going ahead and showing your ownership. Product management is a work of an ownership, of a lot of ownership. Okay. What you can include in this? You can include the industry landscape. You can find a problem to solve. You can understand the problem in detail. You can find the prospective solutions. You can create a clear and valuable deliverable, a deck. And then you can follow up at least 3 times with the company in the 10 days before calling it a quit. Okay. So this is what you need to do. Okay. Everyone, now tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you how confident that you are that you should be able to. Okay, let me ask the question first. How confident you are that you should be able to get into product management or become a better product manager? Cool. Good. Now what we'll do is, yes. Now what we'll do is, uh, for the same, like for the today's session, you also have to do the same activity. Share your learnings from the session today on LinkedIn in the next 24 hours. You can also include the learnings from the last session. The link to submit the activity would be given to you over your email. Okay. Then once the sessions are over, there are still 1 or 2 sessions left. Once the sessions are over, we are going to have a list of everyone who has completed all the activities. And then we are going to give you the certificate. So you can expect certificate in the first week of July. Okay. Along with the session on AI for PMs will happen somewhere in the mid of July. Okay. Now, some people wanted to learn about wireframes in Figma, right? A quick yes or no if you are looking for the same. Tell me yes or no in the chat if you want me to give you a quick walkthrough of Figma. Okay, cool. Understood. Let us do this. Okay. But before that, go ahead, guys. Go to this link and submit the feedback for today so that we can help you with a better content next time. Everyone has to submit the feedback. Once you submit the feedback, you will also get the link for the product activity. Submit the feedback, everyone. Super important. You can also scan people who are looking on YouTube or Zoom. They can go ahead and scan this. Everyone should submit the feedback. That is mandatory, guys. If you don't submit the feedback, we might not be able to share the content with you. I hope you guys are finding the session valuable. More than 500 people in the chat on a weekend. Fantastic. Yes. Unable to access the form link. Anvisha, that might be possible because you have joined late, but that's okay. I can give you the link. You can also scan the QR code if you want that. Yes, everyone submit the feedback form in the next 2 minutes so that I can go ahead and give you a quick overview of Figma. Come on, guys, quick feedback. Quick, 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 quick. Yes. Why do we need Figma when we can design an actual prototype? Understand? Prototypes take some efforts. It's difficult to edit. Okay. Figma is like your whiteboard where you can go ahead and brainstorm a lot. It's easy to do changes at the art level, at the design level, rather than at the code level. Yes. So you have to do other activity. The other activity is whatever you have learned from today's session, create a LinkedIn post on the same and then share it on LinkedIn. Once you are done, you will be getting an email about submitting that activity. Okay, so once you fill this particular activity, you should be able to go ahead and do this. You should be able to get another form to fill that activity. Yes, Priyanka, you can share. Yes, guys who know how to create wireframes, they can leave. No, no issues. All the referral rewards which are offline will be given to you after the SOP 25 has cool. I'll be sharing the resources on email, guys. Let me go ahead and quickly give you understanding of Figma. Okay, so guys, go to figma.com. Go to figma.com. You will see an interface like this. Just click on design, right? Once you have got the design, click on the first part. So you have to understand what are you building. You are building for a mobile app, you are building for a website, or you are building something else. Okay. So create a wireframe. Click on this frame button. So this is a toolkit. Okay. You just have to click on this frame button. This will give you a whiteboard kind of thing. It will give you your own blank canvas where you can create anything. Okay. Consider this like a screen. So I will click on this and then I can choose anything over here. So I want to create something for a phone. So I will use an iPhone 15, 14 plus. So now I have this blank screen, right? Simple. Let's say I want to create something like Cora. Okay. So Cora has multiple screens. So I will create the home screen. On home screen of Cora, we have menu, we have some questions, and at the bottom, we have multiple links. Okay. So at the top, I am going to create. So this tool is shape. You can pick up multiple shapes from here. So I will simply take rectangle. I can also change the shape to anything that I want, line, arrow, ellipse, anything. I will take a rectangle because that is what I need. I will create a small rectangle. I will put it at the top. I can just drag and drop anything that I want to. Okay. I will put a logo. How do I put a logo? I just click on text. This is for text. I click on this. I will write Cora. This side, I have all the properties. So whatever I'm selecting right now, I can change its appearance from this side. So this is Cora. I want to increase the size of font to 30. I want to make it bolder. So I can make it bold. Okay. Now I can change anything from here. I want to change the shape or I want to rotate. I can do anything from here. Okay. You can export this. Then I will go here. I have put Cora logo over here. Right. Then I need questions and answers. So I will again pick this up. These are multiple blocks for questions and answers. Every question and answer will contain the question, data is here, This is one question. Okay. And this is the answer. Top answer is here. If I want to, I can reduce the boldness of the answer. I can also mention which user has posted this. Okay, so I can just go ahead. I can click on an ellipse. I can make a circle. And then this will represent the users. I will change its color. So I will just go ahead and make it maybe a bit darker. This represents the user avatar. So here I will write A. I will change the color to white so that I can see it inside. The white has gone now. Very good. Okay. So whatever things that I'm placing on this canvas, you can also see them on the left panel. So this is the text, this is the ellipse, this is the answer flow, this is question, this is Quora, this is rectangle, this is rectangle. Okay. Things that are at the top, things that are at the top of this list are also at the top on this particular thing. Okay. So if I put this rectangle on top of Quora, then you will see that now I cannot see Quora because Quora is stacked above this. The rectangle is stacked above Quora. Okay, this is a 3D plane, right? Now I can go ahead and take it at the bottom. Now it is there. Okay, I will again write A and then I will place it somewhere here. I can change the color to FFF, which is for white. Okay, I can go ahead and place it in between. And then I can also write the name of the user, which is posted by Ankit. Right? If I want to put any icon, what I'll do is I'll straight away go to icons 8. I can go to this free website called icons 8. I will search for icon on time. I will right click this. I will copy image, right click copy image. Then I will paste it here. And then I can control C, control V guys. Okay. Then I will reduce the size and then I will post it here. That it was posted at this time. Right. Now I've created one block. Now I can just go ahead and repeat this. Control C, control V. That's it. Okay. You will select everything and then you will control C, control V. And at the bottom, I can again create a menu. I can create one more. I can create a rectangle at the bottom and where I can mention multiple things. I can mention about the user profile. I can mention about multiple other items. Okay. So let's say I can mention emoticons. I can simply take this and put it over here. And then I can use multiple emoticons for multiple menu items. Right. So this is 101 on creating wireframes. It did not took me more than 5-7 minutes to help you do the same. As a product manager, you are expected to do this kind of wireframing. Okay. AI tools will also take you at the next level, but at least this you should know so that you are able to brainstorm better with your designers and developers. Okay. Now, if you want a detailed video, you can straight away go to our YouTube channel. You should search for Figma for product managers. Okay. You will be able to see a video from me. This is the second video. Okay. Where for 53 minutes straight, I have helped you understand how to create wireframes with Figma like a pro. Okay. Most watched videos about Figma for product managers. Okay. You can go through this. All the things are almost the same. The interface is a bit here and there, but the fundamentals of uh, uh, wireframes are the same. There I have developed 4 or 5 screens for Cora. Okay. So, yes, that's it, guys. I hope you are able to understand about the wireframes as well today. Quick tutorial. Understand tools are not very difficult. Yes. Now we are going to conclude the session today. We will go ahead and start. Yes, we will go ahead and start the interview preparation session on Saturday. On Monday, on Wednesday, we are going to conduct an AMA session. If you any guys have any kind of questions, you can bring them over there. Okay, we'll do a poll there. Okay, and guys, make sure that you are completing all the activities by tomorrow evening. The case challenge will also be sent to you. Okay, the case challenge will also be sent to you. And guys, one more thing. Okay, we are also uploading all of these recordings to YouTube. Make sure that you are subscribing to us on YouTube so that you don't miss on recordings. Okay. I have sent a link for the YouTube in the chat. Go ahead and look at this. Okay. So that's it for today's guys. That's it for today, guys. We are right on time. Thanks a lot for your patience for holding in the session for 2 hours. I hope you got some value from the time that you have invested on an important day, which is a weekend. I really enjoyed talking with you people. You guys were interactive. Keep this spirit high. I hope I was able to motivate you to take at least the next step. Now the world is your canvas. Conquer it. I have given you almost all the information that I had. Go ahead. Now it is for you to go ahead and take an action. Okay. The last session was more around insights and case studies. This session was more about how you can take action. Okay. The only thing between you and that dream product management job or the dream product that you want to create is your ability or your inability to take action. Okay. Take the action. And if you guys are stuck anywhere, feel free to reach out to us. Bye and take care. We'll see each other very, very soon. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Thank you.